Welcome back. Well, Greg Evans from 95.3 SRFM is always keen to catch up with a local you know, and tonight he's talking to Russell Hall.
Well, the local you know this week is one we know through the printing industry. 25 years in Mooroopna Printing Services. That's a mighty fine effort, and he's done so much for the community as well. Russell Hall, welcome to our program.
You agree?
You were born here, fifth generation Mooroopnaite?
Correct, yes.
And you decided to stay?
I decided to stay. Yeah, it's a great town. I love Mooroopna and passionate about the community, yeah.
So you grew up, you went to primary school, technical school. What made you move into printing for a career?
I had an older friend who was a year ahead of me in school, and he got a job as an apprentice, and he was there for a year before I left school, had no idea what I was going to do, and he said there was a job going, and
in you went.
And I went.
So the apprentice went in and then ended up owning the company. It was so nice he bought the company. Yes. Printing has changed so much in the last 25 years.
Massively, yeah. It's we've seen a lot of technology certainly pour into the industry in those 25 years. So I started working with molten metal, hot metal, that was back in those days, and today, as we know, it's now basically fully computerised. Our machinery is all fully automated, whereas back in those days it was all very manual operations.
Yes, in radio I used to play vinyl records, now it's all done on computer. But of course, they're exciting changes, aren't they? You must see things now you would never have dreamt possible back in those.
Certainly, the industry itself, although it's going through some tough times, it's ink on paper is slightly diminishing, I've got to say. So now we need to bend with the times, and we're now talking about more social media, internet and those sort of things as well. So.
25 years, you're doing something right. Now let's talk about your involvement in the community. Apex Club, you've been a magnificent contributor. What do you reckon's been the project that you've achieved the best?
I think overall Apex, its involvement in the community, especially in Mooroopna, which I was obviously involved in, and Australia-wide, and New Zealand, and the world, has been fantastic. I should say was, because it's nearly a dying art now. There's not a lot of Apex clubs left.
Why is that, Russell?
I think the age group back when I joined was 18 to 40, and
they throw you out at 40.
They threw us out at 40, but they've since changed those rules a little. But I think that bracket of age group of those people was very difficult for, as we've progressed through the years, difficult for people to stay in the club. There were so many other things happening.
What about your motor racing? Tell us quickly.
Yeah, it was sort of a passion I got into maybe 10 years ago, and have a purpose-built race car that I take out on weekends and have a lot of fun with. Have
you had it at Winton?
Yes, raced at Winton and just come back from a stint at Phillip Island, which was probably one of the best pieces of bitumen you would ever want to drive a car at.
Do you know, one of the questions that I wanted to ask is what you'd be doing in 5 years, but I can tell you're a workaholic and you've got a zest for life. I reckon you'll still be working.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I do enjoy being busy. I think I might have written down somewhere that I might like to take a little less time off in 5 years' time, but truth be known, I probably won't.
I think so. Magnificent contribution to the community, Russell, through Apex and your wonderful business. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Greg.
There he is, Russell Hall. And we'll be back next week with another local you know.